Some stories you hear sound like they're ripped straight out of a horror movie. But this one's real. This is the personal testimony of a man named Adam Musa, and what he lived through is absolutely chilling.
Yeah, that's his confession. Just think about that. For 17 years, his entire life was wrapped up in magic, in deception, and in pacts with beings from another world. It's a heavy thing to admit, because man, it was a heavy life.
17 years. Let that sink in for a second. That's nearly 2 decades of his life spent in direct communication with a king of the Jinn, having his every command followed. This wasn't some brief phase, it was who he was. But here's the twist, the part that makes this whole story so terrifying. Hamed didn't start out wanting to be evil. Far from it. He was a devout Sufi mystic in Sudan, and his only goal, his only ambition, was to become a true saint. See, this wasn't about money or fame for him. No, he was chasing the ultimate spiritual high. He wanted to see the angels with his own eyes, to speak with the prophets, to get so close that he could communicate directly with God. A really noble goal, right? Well, that very ambition is what they used to trap him. His spiritual guide, his sheikh, came to him and said there was a way to do it, a path to sainthood. All it would take was a special 41-day spiritual retreat. But the rules for this retreat, well, they were just plain wrong. Okay, so here's how they twisted every single sacred act. Step 1, total isolation for 41 days. No human contact. Step 2, he had to read the Quran, but with a horrifying twist. He had to recite every single verse backwards. And step 3, his sheikh gave him these strange ancient Syriac names to chant over and over, telling him it was the language of the saints. So he does it all, to the letter. He finishes the 41 days of isolation and chanting, and he's waiting for that divine moment, that breakthrough. But it's not an angel that shows up, not even close. This was the ultimate bait and switch. The being that appeared before him was a king of the Jinn, and it was there to serve him. And when Hamed went to his sheikh, the man celebrated. He said, "Congratulations, you've done it. You've become a true saint. You now have a Jinn King at your command." The lie was complete. So now he has this incredible power at his fingertips. But of course, there's always a catch. And this price, well, it was basically his soul. He was now bound by a brand new set of rules, and they were dark. The terms of this demonic contract were a complete inversion of everything he once believed. He was now forbidden to pray, forbidden to fast. He could only read the Quran backwards, and any sacrifice he made, it couldn't be for God. It had to be for someone else. And you know what they called this? They called it freedom. His sheikh and the jinn told him, "You are now free from all that servitude." Can you believe that? They twisted the complete abandonment of his faith into some kind of liberation. And for 17 years, he actually believed it. And for those years, he wasn't just some dabbler. With a Jinn King at his command, Hamed became the guy in Darfur. He was a man of immense power, of influence. People came to him for everything. By all accounts, he was a master sorcerer. At one point, he gets curious and asks his Jinn King if he can meet the big boss, Iblis, Satan. The Jinn says he's too small, that he's only seen him once himself. But when Hamed asks where Iblis is, the Jinn drops this one terrifying detail. His throne is on the sea. So 17 years, he's living like this, powerful, respected, and totally deluded. But the entire horrifying illusion, everything he'd built his life on, it was all about to come crashing down because of one single job. It was just a normal day for him. A client walks in with a name and a picture. The request was simple, something he'd done 100 times before. "I need you to perform magic on this young woman, to curse her." And for Hamed, it's just business as usual. He doesn't even blink. He agrees, summons his king, performs the ritual, and sends the curse on its way. Just another transaction. But then, the very next morning, he's just out, walking in his neighborhood, and he sees a man he knows, one of his neighbors. And this guy is absolutely falling apart, just screaming in the street, desperate for help for his daughter. And this father, completely desperate, runs right up to Hamed, the most powerful and respected figure he knows, and begs him, "Please, you have to help me. My daughter's been hit with magic. Find a cure for her."
He has absolutely no idea he is pleading with the very monster who cursed his child just hours before.
Can you even imagine that moment? In that one horrifying second, 17 years of lies just evaporated. For the first time, he wasn't looking at power or freedom. He was looking directly at the raw, human pain he had caused. He was staring into the abyss that he himself had created.
That was it. That was the breaking point. The shock was so profound that right then and there, standing in front of that grieving father, he decided, I'm done. I have to repent. And he just walked away. From the power, from the pact, from the Jinn King, from the so-called freedom, all of it. He turned his back on the entire life he had known for 17 years. And now, that's his life. Hamed tells this story to anyone who will listen, not for attention, but as a warning. A warning about how easily evil can wear the mask of holiness, and how the search for light can sometimes lead you into the deepest darkness. He managed to get out. He escaped the pact that had owned him for nearly 2 decades, but it leaves you with this chilling question. After 17 years of actively unleashing that kind of darkness into the world, what forces, what pain, what evil did he leave behind?